And we're live. Hi, everybody. What's up, you beautiful nerds? Welcome to Nerds with Dice. Tonight we are raising money. Actually, all weekend we are raising money for the Trans Justice Funding Project. You can find links. You can find links to learn more about TJFP in the chat, as well as our donation link. Before we get started, we're going to do some quick introductions, but first I want to talk about the game we're playing tonight. Tonight we're playing Queers, which is a comic by Issa, and the game tonight is written by Stephen Pope. It's called Hold the Pickles and the Apocalypse. So let's go around the game table, starting directly to my right, with Merm.
Hi, everybody. Are we just doing quick introductions?
Whatever.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Merm. I use she, they pronouns. Um, and tonight I'm going to be playing your big, burly, strong man, Teddy Wolf.
Sweet, sweet. Going across over to Irvi.
Hello, hi, my name is Irvi Fitz. My pronouns are they, them, and I am super psyched to be Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die playing Carol Butch, a rocker person. Now.
And next up is Arturo.
Hi, I'm Arturo. My pronoun is he, and I'm playing a character I named myself. His superhero name is going to be Enkidu, the Fur Man.
Nice. Guess that leaves me. My name's Alan, the All Seeing Eye. I am your MC for the evening, and we're going to get right into this. For those who are not familiar with the world of Queers, Queers is a superpowered Sentai in which your superpowers come from your favorite flavor of gay. So it is a very clear mid morning Sunday. What's everybody up to today?
When you say mid-morning, can you what is your definition of mid-morning? Because I feel
Let's
like
see.
my definition of mid-morning is a
Yeah. Okay, so let's say about 11 a.m.
okay, 11 a.m. on a Sunday is I'm late for a brunch I didn't want to go to with my girlfriend. Not that I want to go with my girlfriend, but I don't want to go to brunch necessarily. It's not fully my scene, but she says that we should try it every once in a while because that's what other adults do.
I mean, she does have a point. It is the gayest meal of the day.
Sure. I don't want to fight her, so she wins. She wins. I begrudgingly have gotten up and am taking my time getting ready.
Okay. All right. Uh, while you're walking your way all the way to the brunch that's clear on the other side in the old quarter, you end up passing through, let's see here. You end up passing through the Lowlight Heights Fair, which is a monthly flea market and art festival that's going on.
Oh, forget brunch.
So while you start meandering through that, who else wants to go?
I could go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I am with my kid. I love my kid. I am with trying to yep, Marie. Almost forgot her name. How by the way, forgot to ask, how old is Marie?
I believe Marie is like 10 or 12.
Okay, incredible. I can do that. So Teddy is like embarrassingly holding Marie on his shoulder, and it's just like, I have to show you the wonders of brunch. I am the person in your life that needs to show you the wonders of brunch, because brunch is the most important meal of the day.
Oh, okay, but and hear me out. Why do I need to be 7 feet in the air for that?
Because I am missing my daily morning workout routine to take you to brunch. So I need to get my upper body in while we're walking to brunch.
Like, okay,
Okay, yeah, that's my kid. It's
yeah,
free,
okay, yeah.
and
Mm,
you get unlimited drinks.
can I
We
finally
live
have a screwdriver?
no, you're 12. We're not in my hometown where that is legal.
I'm
That's
kidding,
illegal for me.
Daddy. I'm kidding.
Okay, I love you. Okay.
Yeah. And while the two of you are walking towards brunch, um, you also come across one end of the low light street fair, the low light area fair, low light heights fair. There we go.
Do you wanna head over there before we go to brunch? Brunch is honestly, it can be like a time, but also it's just like a state of mind. So we can have brunch in a little
Yeah,
bit if you'd like
yeah.
as well, because I
And
kind of want
she,
to check out some vendors.
yeah, and she immediately jumps down with like cat-like grace and immediately stops at one of the vendor booths and goes, "Oh my God, they've got plushies!"
Okay, we're stopping at Plushies first, and then I go up next to it and I say a line that nobody knows, and say, "It's so fluffy," and then
It's so fluffy.
I just have the little pushy man.
So while your kid is over here losing her mind, we're gonna go over to Enkidu. Enkidu, what are you up to this morning?
I'm probably at work at the
Okay.
courthouse, uh, waiting for my client and I to be recalled to the courtroom.
Okay. So the bailiff comes out and says, unfortunately, the judge has a bit of food poisoning. The schedule's been canceled for today.
I relay that to my client. How does my client feel about that?
They go, honestly, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. I just took the whole day off for this, but it's fine. It's fine. It's not your fault. Just what do we do now? Like, do I
I
need?
I ask I ask the bailiff, do we know when do we resume?
Uh, at the moment, we're trying to get you in with a different judge, but the dockets are full for today, so trying to get in today is not going to be really feasible. Um, I'd say come back in about an hour, and we'll see if we can't squeeze you in with Judge Mason or somebody like that.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry about
Uh,
this, folks.
I I ask my client, have you eaten yet today?
No, actually, I kind of just rushed out the house to get over here.
How about I find us a place to spend the next hour?
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. I hear there's a great brunch spot in the old quarter. Oh, it had some weird name. I can't remember, but it sounded good.
Is it near this building?
Yes. So that particular restaurant is across the street from King Burgers and is only about maybe 10 minutes walk.
Okay. I will follow you.
All right. As you're walking, you too also come across this little street fair that's going on in the low light heights area. And you see the client just kind of light up a little bit, just like, oh my God, I've never needed a cardigan more than I do right now. Hold on, I need to check this out.
Okay, I said I would follow them.
Uh, so as all three of you are doing your thing, you all notice each other, just kind of happenstance. It's not like oh, you bumped into each other. It's like you see Teddy and his daughter hanging out by all the plushies. Yeah, daughter's losing her mind. Uh, Carol, where are you
Candles.
currently? Candles. Okay.
Candles are punk rock, okay? And especially
Absolutely.
these vegan candles that we found. They're made from like locally, organically resourced whatever candles are made out of. Coconut wax. I
Yep.
got there. I got there.
By the way, the same vendor also has they've got like standard beeswax from their personal apiary, and then they've got specialty wax that is extremely expensive. They have candles made from vulture bee wax.
You
Yeah.
know, I
That locally?
does
sourced?
it smell like? Is it fragrant in any?
It's slightly fragrant. They have it in like 2 bags and a like a pelican case in a cooler.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a business card. And start to walk away, and then I'm gonna turn around and I wanna. No, we're walking away. We're not. That there's nothing good that will come of buying vulture pea wax other than melting it on. Anyways,
I mean, the owner did say it's like the most metal candle that they had.
right. That's what.
So yeah, all three of you start to kind of notice each other. Oh, did we lose Arturo?
I'm here.
Oh, just frozen on my screen. There we go. So yeah, you all start to notice each other.
Okay. Well, whatever my client wants to buy, they will probably need me to do the interpreting for the purchase.
Yeah, so you come up to this really strange looking knitting and sewing vendor, and they're like just decked out in what looks to be like a patchwork dress, but it's like multiple layers and huge. And she's trying to sell this cardigan that's right there that your client is super interested in.
Okay. Uh, uh, I I will just do the interpreting. I will not intervene in the in 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 their purchase decision or lack thereof.
All right. Uh, while you're there, you also notice that there's this little girl who's like skipping down the street with a giant teddy bear that's almost the size of her father, making a
Is
stop
she
at,
alone?
huh?
Is she alone?
No, so it's the little girl with the giant teddy bear, and then her father
Ah,
is walking like right behind her, and she makes a stop at Vinyl Fantasy 3. which is like right next to where you were at. Uh, and now I'm going to force the interaction. So, Teddy, now you notice Enkidu,
Yeah.
and you've all met before.
Yeah. I look over and I give a quick nod. Um, and then pick up my kid to look at the top shelf.
Hi.
Hi.
Uh, is this place new? How long has this fair been here?
Um,
Go ahead.
okay. I mean, I don't come to Lowlight Heights very much. We were just on our way to brunch. So we were like, you know, there was a stuffed animal and then it was kind of over. I mean, look at this thing. So fluffy.
Oh.
So fluffy.
And it's got a voice box.
It does. You just have to like squeeze it. Nope. Pet it. Nope. I don't know how to
Ignore
make
it.
this thing work.
Ignore it.
If you ignore it, it gets really loud.
Yep.
Yes.
So Ray is like still holding on to the bear with one hand, grabs one of the album, and then like kind of passes it down to you, Teddy, and says, "It's Bloodthirster. I love Bloodthirster."
Yeah. Why do I allow you to play that again?
Because you like death metal.
I've raised this kid to be myself. I've done this to myself. It's okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of metal, is that Carol?
Huh? I make it
What?
very loud.
Where?
I'm super loud.
Carol,
Carol.
you notice this
Carol.
little girl just pointing directly at you.
Yeah, no, and I'm purposefully playing dumb to play with the kid. Just like, what? Where's Carol? I don't care. Me?
Carol.
Oh,
Marie is 12 now. It doesn't work.
it just figures. Follow the scent of candles and there's Carol.
Oh. Did you get the vulture piss ones? I just can't make a purchase like that right now.
I'm thinking about it. I am genuine. I need everyone to stop talking about. I have to pay the brunch bill first.
You're going to brunch too?
You're going
Oh,
to
we're
brunch
going to
too?
brunch.
Are you
We're
going to
going to
brunch?
22.
Yeah,
Yes.
brunch, buds.
A 6-person brunch?
A 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Carol, just want to put it out there. Don't give my kid alcohol again, okay?
It was one time. I'm sorry that a screwdriver just looks like freaking juice.
She was 8.
Yeah.
I seem to be out of date with the slang of this time. A screwdriver is a drink?
Yeah, it's champagne and orange juice. So it looks like orange juice for the most part. So I guess it's a common mistake to
Kind of
give
like
a
this.
8-year-old alcohol. Carol.
Like I said, accident. And at least we were in a supervised situation, and
It was
no,
only a sip.
exactly. It's not like she was inebriated.
While you were around.
I am editing carefully that for my client.
Anyway.
Oh. So while you're all doing this, all of a sudden there's screams in the distance. You look up and there's this gigantic ship. Hold on. Where is it?
During brunch? Really?
Right. Didn't even
Yeah.
make it to brunch.
Didn't even look at the wrench.
Yeah, okay, so there's this giant ship-like object floating in the sky that kind of looks like a yard sign. And for a moment, it's briefly blocking out the sun before it just goes hurtling straight down into the heart of the city. I need all of you to resist for me.
Okay.
So this is where we roll.
Yep.
Resist what?
It's 2d6 plus any tags that you think will help you in
But,
this.
but what is it that we are resisting?
A violent earthquake.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
do you want our explanation for our tags or
No.
wait?
If if I if I question it, then yes, but
Okay.
you don't need to explain it outright.
Gotcha.
I do need to know which tags you're using, though.
Okay. So we're rolling. It's first roll, so gotta work this out. So we roll 2d6, and then we add whatever the power is under our resist, and then an extra power for every tag.
Is that what it says on here? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does.
And then sometimes we don't have anything to add for resist.
Then it would
Mhm.
just be a straight roll.
Great. I'd like to use. So the tags have to be part of different facets of like
They
us,
can,
correct?
yeah, they can be from any one of your themes,
Uh-huh.
and you can use any combination as long as it's relevant to what you're doing.
Great. I'd like to try to do 4.
Okay. Which four are
I'd
you?
super strong.
Okay.
Protect those I love
Yeah.
because I'm next to my child. Parental instincts for the same
Yep.
reason. And then I'd like to argue like medical training because emergency medical training.
I'm
And
gonna
you-
say no on the medical training. So yeah, roll +3.
Jumanji.
I'm taking the floor dice this time.
All right. And then what about Enkidu and Carol?
So I would like to use 2 tags.
Okay.
Cardio, lots of it.
Yep.
And then 2 creative for labels. There's a lot of stuff around. I feel like there is some sort of weird tinkery Ruse Goldberg machine that can be made to make a safe little.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I can totally gel with that.
Okay. So that'll bring it to a 10.
Cool. And then Enkidu?
The only relevant tag that I have here is adapt to survive.
Adapt to survive. Actually, you can also get away with beastly movement.
Yeah. To understand what I have to do, what is the consequence of failing this roll?
You will end up getting a status, which may, affect you later on.
Okay, so, 2 tags. That is 7 on the dice plus 2, that's 9.
Okay.
I rolled a 13.
13. Wow. Okay. So Carol, Teddy, you're unaffected. And Kidu, you are going to be taking a status of shaken 1 as the ground beneath you starts to really start to throttle a bit. You lose your footing and you kind of fall backwards. It's nothing major, but it's definitely shaken you. So now
Or
that
first.
go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead.
Now that you've all been shaken and not stirred, uh, for Carol and Teddy, what did you do to avoid the ground starting to shake beneath you?
I ran.
Just booked it.
Cardio.
I
Lots of
I I bear hugged, pun intended, my daughter and fell into the fetal position on the ground.
That's smart. That's really smart.
knowing.
So once the shaking stops, uh, people are screaming, looking terrified, and as the dust starts to clear a little bit, the wind picks up. You notice that the sign is written in really poor, like poorly written English, um, but it does say in escrow.
Huh.
Is that
And Keto, do you do law, like property law?
I'm a sign language interpreter.
Oh, never mind.
Speaking of which, I tell my client, go to the brunch place and I'll meet you there.
Okay.
I look at Carol and I'm like, can Marie go with your?
Yeah, I think that would be. Could you maybe watch Marie for Teddy and not give her screwdrivers because apparently that's a terrible thing to do.
Yeah, I got it.
She's 12. She's literally 12.
It's
What
better
are we
than when she was
doing?
8, anyway.
She. Okay, whatever.
I'm
Whatever.
kidding with you, Teddy. It's all a joke.
Come on, kiddo.
There
And
is. I don't know what's up.
I just like picks her up and starts running.
I hate to see her go, but love to watch her leave.
Did you hear that? I yell obnoxiously to Aya.
But she's about to round the corner and goes, "Yeah, I heard it."
I got a super amplified voice. It's one of my power tags, actually.
So
So
with
in
this,
escrow.
yeah, the big sign in escrow on the underside, it looks to be like a large TV. The sign stands about 1,500 feet tall, and the video screen is about 500 by 500. Large enough for everybody.
Okay,
Large enough
I'm
for
a
everybody
bit
to see.
confused. What happened to the ship?
The shape of the sign or the ship that landed, it's 1,500 feet, and it looks like a yard sign.
It's a
Ah,
sign ship.
Yeah.
oh, right. Okay. Uh, when it landed, did it break anything? Did it?
I mean, it's currently leaning up against a couple of skyscrapers, landed on a few buildings, lots of damage.
I feel like we should be like running to the street, outside of the fair. We gotta have that big dramatic moment where we all like skid out and like look up at the TV screen as it flickers on.
Yeah. Let's run toward it, and then we'll
Exactly.
one around, and then we'll do the whole big thing that you just said.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to channel bird powers to fly to the skyscraper.
Nice. All right.
Okay, well.
While
Just
you're
on the ground.
while you're flying overhead, we have this beautiful shot of Enkidu just like wings spread and like flying through the clouds while you see Carol just legging it. What's Teddy doing?
Trying their best. Leg days do not involve cardio. ever. So
It's
Oh
okay.
man.
That's all Carol does is cardio. So
yeah, you can
You
see the sweat dripping from my hair to like my shaved sides and down my face, and I'm just like, "Yeah, you just keep going. I'll catch up, Carol. It's
a
okay."
a
Ah,
pedal cabbie actually pulls up alongside you and goes, "Do you need a lift?"
can you go faster than me? I
Yes,
mean, I'm
yes,
a
I
big
can.
guy.
Just get in.
Okay.
And he like you watch him like pedal a little bit and you get like the stall speed where
Yeah.
the yeah, so like as soon as he lets go of the brakes, you guys zoom.
This guy's fast.
now, do they go faster than me?
No, but they're keeping up with you.
Okay, I'll accept it.
It's a bike. You're not faster than a bike sometimes. It's okay. Carol,
It's
you're
not
so fast.
okay.
You're so fast,
It's
Carol.
not okay. Teddy.
So as you're getting closer to this sign, the sign activates and presents a promotional video. A humanoid creature appears with a tentacle burger like face, wearing what appears to be an out of date wig from the 1980s and a navy blue suit to match. The visage fills up the entirety of the screen, and it seems like it's trying to look friendly as it speaks. Hello, citizens of Earth. My name is Yigmac, and I don't want you to think of me as your new employer. I want you to think of me as your new mentor. Also, your new ruler for all of eternity, or until this environment proves fruitless for investors. I'm here to welcome you to the McThulu family.
I need you to know this is both Irby laughing uncontrollably, but also Carol. Carol finds this is hilarious. Who does this guy?
So just like imagine if Mayor McCheese merged with like an Elithid or Cthulhu. So
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. No,
Got the brain.
the vision.
I actually have a
The sesame
picture that I can
bun,
send
and then
you.
you've got like the
Yeah.
patty, and then there's like lettuce. It's shredded lettuce. It's not the good
Yeah,
lettuce.
hold on. There is actually a picture in the book that I can send to you in Discord, but those watching won't be able to see it, unfortunately. But it is rather epic. But yeah, essentially it's Mayor McCheese if Mayor McCheese was in the Cthulhu verse. So yeah.
Oh,
I want to punch that screen.
You're gonna punch it?
Yeah.
I just look like I'm about to eat a French fry.
I have one important question before you punch the screen. Is there any background music during this promotional video? Like any like little jingle or like undertone
Oh
of a
yeah, yeah.
melody or anything?
There's
Okay.
definitely like there's some like deep chanting in an unknown alien language in the background, but on top of the chanting is this like 1980s fast food jingle that you would have heard, maybe something akin to Big Mac Tonight.
I got you. Yeah, no, that after Carol gets over the initial, oh my god, this is hilarious. That's my focus until the screen is punched.
Teddy's making note. Yigmac, employer, not mentor. That is what they're saying in their brain. To go absolutely against everything that it just said on the screen.
All right, so for Enkidu, I need you to slay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, queen.
Uh,
Ah,
tags. I'm going to use the tag One Man Stampede.
nice.
That sounds sick as hell.
Right?
I could probably do that.
And I got a 6. No, I got a 5.
Okay. So
Ouch.
what does this look like when you try to hit it?
Imagine a peregrine falcon speeding up,
Okay. And then,
and then
yeah, go ahead.
and then imagine a pigeon crashing against a window.
So while you're sliding off this thing, there is the audible like flesh on glass noise. Yeah, until you come like flying down to the ground with a hard thud.
I would like to try to catch our friend.
Okay.
Important
Um,
question. Did you take the giant bear with you? The giant plushie, or did Marie take that?
I feel like I took it because I don't want Aya to carry it. You have to carry my daughter, so I
You
have it.
carried the teddy bear that is your size on a
Yes.
bike.
Yes, with
Yes.
someone else pedaling and I'm sitting in the back, looking out to catch you in the bear as you fall.
So I need you to be vulnerable.
Okay.
Glad
So
it's you,
let's
not me.
see. Be vulnerable. Okay. I would like to use a tag combo for be vulnerable and protect those that I love.
Okay.
Can I add more or is that it?
So
That gives
those
me a
are
+3, I think, with the
yeah.
tag combo.
Then let's go.
Great. That is a 10.
So yeah, your pedal cabbie is just pedaling as hard as they can, looks back and says, "All right, I got this idea. I'm gonna shot you out there. You catch it."
Huh. You're pretty
Yeah.
strong. We should work out sometime.
Hell yeah!
Then I get ready.
And so they come to like a sliding stop, like in Akira, and just launches you off of this pedal cab. And you slide right underneath Enkidu and catch them in the bear.
Kido, you're so small. What? I've never seen you this small before.
I need to catch my breath,
Yeah. Catch your
but I
breath.
guess we should check if there are any injured people in those buildings.
I will say that there are people working on helping out the injured. Um, there's a group of people who are working to get one of the office doors, like the lobby doors, open, as there's a huge pickle in the way.
Pickle?
Yes, a pickle. It's about the
What
size of a
size?
bus.
Oh.
And it's in front of the door?
Yeah.
And is it just like a is it just like a normal pickle other than a pickle of abnormal size, obviously?
Yeah.
But is it like doing anything?
I mean, it's dripping brine, but that's about it.
So it's just a matter of getting it out of the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Easy. Yeah.
I
I
go
channel
it.
I channel the strength of an elephant
Okay.
to push
Slay.
that pickle away.
I would also like to push the pickle away
All right.
using my super strong tag.
Is
Okay.
that a sleigh?
Yeah, it should be a sleigh.
Honestly. Yes, I get it.
Can I
I-
help move this pickle as well? They really don't need my help moving this pickle, but I'd like to
Hey.
yell at it.
I'm going to use the tag one man stampede.
Okay.
It's also a tag combo, my tag combo, slaying.
Why do the dice hate me? I got a 5.
Oh, maybe
I'm
you
doing-
do need my help.
I'm going to
I
get a
feel like
hernia
I'm
from you.
I got a 13.
Jeez.
Maybe you don't need my help. Fine.
I'm
I'll
so
just
strong. Haha. And then I strike a pose.
So let's see here. The 5. You are going to end up taking a status in Kidu. You are taking a status of drenched in brine. 1.
Can I take a bite out of this pickle to see if it actually tastes like a pickle?
Yeah, I'll let you do that for free.
I'm pretty hungry because we didn't get brunch, you know?
Yeah, so like as you're getting under this pickle and lifting it off the ground, you just take a big bite out of it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it tastes like a kosher dill.
Huh. Interesting choice.
And it doesn't like scream out in pain or anything.
Nope.
Okay.
Don't
I
expect
might
it.
scream out that this is wrong and I shouldn't be eating a pickle the size of a school bus.
I mean, would that be something you would do, or would you just be excited it's a gigantical pickle?
It's just a gigantic pickle and I'm very excited.
All right.
Great.
It's not going to turn over and reveal itself as Pickle Rick if that's what you're worried about.
I'm not worried about it being. I mean, I wasn't specifically worried about it being Pickle Rick. I just was worried about it being a sentient pickle in general. It didn't have to have like actual language. I thought it might be an alien.
I'm
We have
more
seen
worried.
weirder. There was a hamburger face on the
I'm
screen.
more worried about whether this pickle is fresh or expired.
Is
It
my
is.
tummy okay?
What's the Brian?
Let's see here.
Would you like me to roll?
No, I'm gonna roll real quick. Evens
Okay.
or odds?
Even.
It is very briny, so you're definitely feeling a little dehydrated.
Okay. Yeah.
But you do manage to get the pickle up and away from the door. In Kidu, you are just soaked in brine.
I want to take a moment to take care of that brine all over me.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's see here. That's going to be strike oppose.
Oh, I thought that would be care.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. It is care.
Okay, I want to channel the powers of a snake to remove my skin.
I walk right up to Carol and I'm like, what is going on?
I love
This
this.
is Deku.
Do it.
Kikido. This is. I've never seen these before. A pigeon? No.
And that gets rid of the brine.
Um,
Well, depending on how I roll, I guess.
Yeah, depending on how you roll here.
I'm going to use the tag Adapt to Survive.
Okay.
Do you think if Akito turned into Vulture, we could take his piss and make candles out of it?
I think so. We'll talk about this after this.
What's
Once
happening,
aliens
you guys?
leave.
That's a 6.
Hold on. Let me see here. I'm gonna make a quick decision for you here. I'm also going to add attention to detail, so that you get all of it, and that'll make it a 7. But yeah, you're able to get rid of that one covered in brine.
Should we take the skin?
See, I was also having that debate as well, but I don't know if we should be a part of the capitalistic problem that our society is currently sinking into right now. We don't need to be capitalizing on our friend.
Well,
And
no.
640
Just to
pounds.
take it, just so we can talk about it later.
Do we need to talk about it later? Hey, Akito, are you good?
It hurts, but I'm good.
It hurts.
Imagine the most drastic exfoliation of your life.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to reach into my
Alright.
fanny pack and pull out some painkillers because I have medical training and I have a daughter. And I'm like, do you want some painkillers? Just to take the edge. It's not like prescription grade. I'm gonna be completely clear. This is over the counter stuff.
Here's some Advil.
Yeah.
Ibuprofen, that's the word.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Oh, of course.
So while all this is happening, the video is still going.
Still,
There's a bunch of stuff going on that it's talking about Earth all of Earth has been sold to Yigmak to become the newest McThulus. This means the whole planet will be a giant fast food restaurant for cosmic beings, entities who exist in realms beyond the ability of human comprehension. An anonymous seller of Earth has agreed to all the terms and policies, and by proxy, so has the rest of the Earth. Let's see here. All citizens of Earth will be employed at McThulu's. Those who choose not to be employed are allowed to find residency elsewhere in the galaxy and will be jettisoned into space accordingly. It's rather vague whether a spaceship is involved in this. And the uniforms will be arriving shortly. Yes, there is a dress code. Smiles are mandatory. So is madness.
Okay, I want to fly again to that thing. Is there a surface where I can stand on the TV?
Yeah, there will be a ledge.
Okay. Let's try something less brutal this time. I want to channel the powers of the electric eel
Are you
and
are you a vulture?
fry that TV.
Okay. So slay again.
My tags would be. That'll leave a sting.
Okay.
12.
Okay, nice. Love
Finally.
this for you. So what does this look like? Do you touch it and like the electricity
I
shoots
touch
out of
it.
you?
I touch it and shock it.
Okay. The screen starts to fizzle a little bit, and you see like cracks go along one of the panels for it, and like several panels actually black out as it's one of those multi-panel massive screen TVs. Um, and then like as the picture's slowly dying, there's a little there like the audio starts to distort and um, says here, don't worry about what's in the McThulu burger before it dies out.
I'm very worried about what's in the McThulu burger now.
I would like to see if I can get into the spaceship from the ground. Because it is like a spaceship, right? It's just shaped like a yard sign.
You don't necessarily know that yet.
Great. I would like to try to get into
Yeah,
this shit.
let's go investigate the giant sign in TV. Let's get real close.
All right.
Yeah. And then I'm also still trying to get some vulture bits.
Yeah, no, definitely anytime Akito's a bird, there's like a water
Trying to
bottle coming
capture.
out just
Oh
in
my
case.
God.
Yeah.
We have to make the candles. You
I don't
made
wanna-
this.
I
But
don't want to pay for it.
vulture bees.
Bees.
Oh,
bees.
bees!
Bees. I bet you said bee. We put
No,
out a whole thing
bees.
about. Oh my god.
We made a whole thing about this.
Whole
This
bit.
whole thing's been about this.
Yep. Okay.
Vulture bees do make honey. It's just meat honey.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It makes so much more sense
It
now.
does. I was really excited to know.
Is it by the same procedure as a normal bee?
Oh,
they
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
chew
carrion.
the meat
Yeah,
and
they're
vomit
carrion.
meat
They're
honey?
carrion feeders, and they make meat honey.
It's wild.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So while you're trying to get into this sign, there is a section just down the street with what looks to be like an entrance. However, it looks like it's starting to snow.
What?
Like the bright sunny shine Sunday is now cloudy and filled with snow.
Not cloudy, still sunny. It just there's a white substance that
Yeah, I was about
appears
to
to be
ask,
coming down.
is it like like just try to catch some. We're gonna make
I'm gonna put a surgical mask on that I have in my fanny pack.
Okay.
well, we don't know how surgical masks. So.
Well,
Carol,
ask me to pack you one, okay?
Carol, you hold your hands out and you start catching some of this stuff. It looks more like sand than snow.
I'd like to I'd like to smell it.
It doesn't have a scent.
Is
Yeah.
it cold?
I'd like to
No.
I'd like to lick it.
Okay.
Salt.
It's MSG.
It is salt as you taste it. And by licking it, you are going to be taking a status.
Salty.
You are taking a status of salted 2.
What?
That's rough, buddy.
What does that mean? He has high blood pressure now, or what?
Well, I'll get there. Um, as you lick this salt, you feel weird. Like there's something deep in the back of your mind screaming at you from the very deepest reaches of space, trying to urge you a little bit closer to madness.
Can I resist indoctrination?
Before you do that, um, you notice that some of these people are getting covered in this salt, and all of a sudden they start to transform
Oh, that's even worse.
Into what?
into
Burgers?
fries, into the little things of fries.
In the picture you sent
In the
us.
picture that I sent. So imagine, if you will, our lovely viewers, a cup of fries with legs, like 1 or 2 eyes, covered in salt with little fry hands.
When we
So
are done with this, this is going to result in so many lawsuits.
You're gonna have a job forever.
job security.
It'll be great.
And some of them actually start chanting frya, frya, French fly, fatagan.
Huh.
Fry French fry flatagan?
Yeah.
Poor caption ninja.
So yeah, now you can resist.
Okay. Cool. So yes, resist. I have a tag combo for resist indoctrination. What does that is that's an extra point power?
Let's see here. So tag combos. Yeah, so resisting, buck the system, queer as punk, too creative for labels. Yeah, so that would be a power of 3.
Okay.
And by the way, you don't need to use this specific one. Like you can use any of the power tags. These are just suggestions.
Okay. So it's an additional 3 on top
No,
of 3?
no. So it would be a power of 3 that you're rolling with.
Okay. So I was trying to figure out tags I'm adding to, and I have a tag combo for resisting indoctrination. Does that add anything additional to the power of 3?
No.
Okay. That's 10.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna move your salted from salted 2 to 1, and it's still a little niggle in the back of your mind, but it's not nearly as loud as it was, and you can now see these salted citizens all starting to like morph and transform, and they all turn and look at you.
With what attitude?
Some of them have 1 eye, some of them have 2. They're on like the fry cups themselves. There's a couple of them that have eyes on each of the fry stalks.
But do they look hostile?
A little bit. It's unclear. They just kind of look at you.
I'd like to pick up some of the salt,
Okay.
Wow.
use some of
Why?
my spit, like spit in my hand with the salt in it, make it into a ball, and throw it at them like a snowball.
So slay for me,
Okay.
and I will give you a +1 for the salt.
Thank you. Um, I'd like. Well, no, I think. Hmm. I'd like to argue parental instincts because I love like roughing it with my kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Great. So I'll add a +2 to this. That's a 6.
So
Two's nothing.
you threw this salt bowl at
Mm-hmm.
one of the fries, and
Mm-hmm.
it just splashes against the cup,
It,
and you watch as the eye stalks, the fry stalks, if you
yeah.
will, just kind of look down at it, starts rubbing the fry stalks on the salt, and then it gets bigger. So now you have a massive fry guy, and he looks kind of pissed. A fry
What
Jew.
is the,
I fried you.
what is the natural enemy of potatoes?
Oil.
Hungry, hungry people.
But these are people.
I think we should try to run in a ship, and I don't think we can.
Yeah, I don't think we should fight the fries.
I don't think so
Hmm.
either.
Yeah.
I think we run.
I think
All
we
right.
run.
I flee with them.
All right. I'm going to need all of y'all to roll me a. Let's see here. I'm going to need everybody to roll a resist.
Okay.
I would like to while we're running to throw up because one of my tags is rainbow shield.
Hmm.
So to throw up a shield of some kind to kind of like block everything happening behind us because I'm gonna be the slowest one of the three of us.
Okay.
So just kind of put that up for
Sure.
everybody.
I'm going to use the tags Beastly Movement and the One Man Stampede.
Okay.
Surprise! I'm using cardio.
I
I
got an
never would have
11.
guessed.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 7. No, an 8.
11.
An 8.
All right.
That's a 9. I don't know how to add.
What'd you get, Carol?
11.
All right. 11.
11.
Freedom. Sorry. That's an obscure video. Okay, so with a 9, the fry Jew comes just wailing down on you with these massive potato arms and sends you flying past both your compatriots.
I'm faster than you.
So you go flying, but you do end up landing just before the entryway of the store. You
Please tell
are
me you're
taking.
still carrying the teddy bear.
Yes,
Say that again.
I am carrying
Please
the
tell me
teddy
you are
bear.
still carrying your teddy bear.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
So you're taking a tier 2 bruised.
Okay. So Bruce 2.
Yeah.
Can she try
Uh,
to land on the teddy bear?
Am I able to roll for it?
I'll say with a 9, you're able to just do it.
Mm-hmm.
You're still bruised, but you're
Yeah.
able to do it.
I'm bruised, not bruised 2.
Yeah, bruised 1.
Okay. Nice.
So, as soon as you finish moving, you've rolled to a stop. In Kidu, you end up kind of slamming past a couple of these smaller fry guys, and one of them, uh, because you're coming in with such strength and power, ends up hitting the wall on the ship, and you watch them transform back into a human. But
When I
they're
hit the wall,
when they hit the wall. Yeah, the one that you knocked into, they transform back into a human.
okay. Uh, can we make the fries people touch the ship?
I mean, you could. This is mostly because you hit them hard enough and not because they touched the ship. Like
Mm,
this person looks dazed and confused. They're trying to figure out what happened. And if you look at them, they're wearing the uniform for a King Burgers.
uh, okay. I say to that person, get somewhere indoors.
What's going on?
Uh, Alien invasion. Too long story. Get somewhere indoors.
I thought I was on overtime, man. Ugh.
Is the weird snow still falling?
Yes. There is a cat being covered in the snow turning into a fry cat.
Terrifying.
It's like a saber-toothed tiger, but instead of fangs, it's fries.
But they're not even like those straight fries, they're the crinkle fries.
Yes. It's got the body of a potato. But yeah, so the guy tries to stand up and he's really wobbly after you've knocked him into the wall. He goes, "Ugh, God, now I gotta go back to work. This is supposed to be my overtime. What even happening?
Actually, you're not gonna have a job, none of us are, so you can just go home.
I got bills to pay. Ugh." And just like starts walking off.
I understand that, dude. Carol is going to, if I can, I'd like to use my super amplified voice and sound to tell anybody who is still around to avoid any sort of salt. Don't be salty.
Okay. I'm actually going to have you roll for this. This is going to be
Oh
a strike oppose.
no. Okay. So yeah, we'll use that super amplify voice and sound. Uh, I'd like to argue buck the system as well because a system is being put in place and I'm trying to tell people to know.
Okay.
And then I'd like to argue that telling people to know and buck the system is punk and I am queer.
Yeah.
Queer punk. Bet. Oh, thank God. That's an 11.
Nice. So the people that are inside the buildings are like now backing away from the windows after hearing you. Um, and at one point, you're trying to like get it across the city, and one of the fry guys ends up right in front of you. And you watch as like he gets a full face blast of this loud booming voice and just falls over. And as he hits the ground, he starts turning back into a human as well, also wearing a King Burgers uniform.
Okay. Does he have a name tag?
It says Timmy.
Hey, Timmy, you good?
What happened? Ugh.
You turned into a fry.
Well, I like fries.
Yeah, me too. You're lucky we didn't eat you.
God, I must have looked delicious.
You did.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Middle of downtown? Question mark. You need to go home.
And I'm on the clock right now. I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
I was at work. The last thing I remember, and then all of a sudden I woke up here.
Where are you from?
No, I'm from here, but like I work over at King Burger.
Do you know? And I'm gonna point at some random the guy that Aikido hit if they're still conveniently there. Or
Is
did he run away?
Jason? Yeah, I
Yeah.
know him. I know him. I work with him.
Okay.
Did all these people wear fast food uniforms before they transformed into fries?
Not everybody, just the two that you're currently interacting with that you know of so far.
But do I, okay, so I do remember that the rest of people didn't.
Yes.
Okay, let's. But I want to select a fry person, but it's impossible for me to remember which one was not already wearing. No, let me try something.
I will say, for simplicity's sake, the two that you're interacting with were the ones that left the ship.
Ah,
They were the
what
closest to the doors.
that left the ship? Did you by any chance get inside that ship?
Um, Actually, now that I think about it, our boss told us to go to a van as soon as we clocked in. They said it was overtime. I needed it for my bills.
Who's your boss?
Uh, Elizabeth, Elizabeth McCoy.
Do you see Elizabeth?
And he points. He's looking around and he points over to the King Burger down the street. It's like, oh yeah, that's where I work.
Do we investigate the King Burger or do we investigate the ship?
I mean, the ship's right here.
Is
But
the door
burger's there.
openable?
The door is closed, but it is unguarded. So
What is the door situation for the door of this sign?
as you're looking at it, you notice that there is a bunch of. I don't want to say ethereal. I want to. It's probably closer to like runes, but they're written in a very fragrant mustard.
Hmm.
And
How
while
many
you're
how many
go ahead.
fries are between us and the Kingsburger?
Uh, from you to Kingburger, you've got your fried Jew, and then like maybe a dozen.
Okay.
Like all the
Do
other
you want
ones
to
are
run to
going out.
Do
Yeah.
you want to run to the King Burger?
No, not after learning how many are between us. I think we should just stick with the ship then.
The fried Jew is currently preoccupied with trying to throw things, so there's also that.
Is it throw things at people?
No, just throw things randomly.
Oh, okay.
It's
Um,
like Marie did the same thing when she was a toddler. It'll be
Oh,
fine.
I remember that.
I knocked
Yeah,
the door.
you were on the other side sometimes, whatever that means. She was okay. It was blocks.
You
It was
understand.
blocks.
Yeah, I'd like to figure out how to. There's mustard runes around the door.
Well, do you
I
try
say
to investigate this? Do you try to investigate this door?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I need you to roll me get a clue minus 1 because you still have the salted.
Cool. It's fine. I totally can get a clue. I definitely have that as a thing. Oh shit. I rolled a 5 and a 6. That's an 11.
Nice. Did you have any power tags?
I mean, I'm queer as punk. I'm trying to read another language. Does that count as being punk? My other argument is classically trained. So I know how to read some bizarre sheet music.
I'll give you that one, but not queer's punk. And the minus 1 is going to negate it. So it's a flat roll. It's still 11.
11.
You're reading it. As you're reading it, you start to hear that voice in the back. And the mustard starts to drip a little. And as it's dripping, it's turning into ketchup. But it says, like, just from context, you can notice that some of it is English, and it says that you need the Necronomicon.
Yummy.
Oh.
Cool. I will definitely have just been reading this straight up out loud.
In response to that, without thinking, I'd like to try to bite the shit. Nom 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 nom. I'm gonna Pac-Man this shit.
Nom nom, and you're an icon. We're just missing the necro part of it.
Yeah.
So,
I need you to resist.
Okay. Okay. I'd like to use my guardian tag
Okay.
to take a leap so others don't have to. I'd like to use protect those I love. Same reason.
you love us?
I do. I already said
Oh
that.
my god.
Not like
It's nice to be
I love you to your
remembered.
face, but like I protect you because I love you.
Wow.
And then I'd like to argue super strong because my jaw is super fucking strong.
Okay.
Yay! Okay, +3.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Wolfen because Wolfen did half call the joke there in the chat.
The Musternomicon. Hell yeah! That's a 12.
So you take a big bite out of this like metal frame, and like
metal.
yeah, you're like, but you manage to get a chunk off. But you do spit it out.
And nothing
Did
happened.
that make a hole?
No, it didn't make a hole. It just took a chunk of the steel out.
Your jaw okay?
Yeah, I'm great. I do these jaw exercises. I've been told by my doctor, that's not me because I'm also a doctor. But my friend told me one time that like the thing that you put like here and then you like chew it. It's actually not great for your jaw. But like you see this jawline? It's there. But
TMJ sucks.
What's inside the wall?
You see like little bits of electronics, but you also see salt.
Oh, let's hope you didn't eat any of that salt.
I spit it out.
Um,
Hmm.
I will also say, after you spit it out, you notice that some of the fry guys and the fry Jew are now carrying people towards the King Burger.
Hey, 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 stop that!
Maybe we should
Yeah, I
go.
think we should go check out the King Burger and maybe reroute the fried juice.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess, I guess, what I want to do it would be strike a pose.
Okay.
What I want to do is to stop the fry people who are moving the people. I channel the powers of the anglerfish
I love this.
to fascinate them.
Okay. Roll for it. Roll me a strike a
Is
pose.
is there a way to assist by whistling and/or humming a beautiful, enchanting melody behind?
If you do that, you will need to roll first to give Enkidu a positive status.
I'm looking at all my tags I'd like to add. Hold on. Classically trained,
Okay.
clearly. Uh, buck the system because we're trying to, buck the
Yeah.
system of fries. Um, recognize strength in others because I'm trying to assist and be a supporter instead of taking the leading show in this situation.
Yeah.
And then super amplified voice and sound.
I can dig it.
Cool. So that'll bring me up to the. So that's gonna be a 10.
All right. What is the status that you're giving Enkidu?
Um,
Because I have an idea, but I want to hear
well,
what you.
I have this. I'm looking under my. I don't know what a theme improvement or any of if that is, but I have.
No, so
Okay.
this would be a status that you would
Okay.
give to another player. My suggestion is Siren Song. Siren Song 4.
Okay.
Oh,
I like it.
I love it. Can
So,
I
yeah,
can I
go
use
ahead.
this just to start whacking people with the giant teddy bear from behind as they're all entranced by
I will
our
I
anglerfish friend?
I will have you do that after
Yeah,
Enkidu
yeah.
does his strike propose. So Enkidu roll +4, and then any other tags that you have.
I will use the tags most people do care
Yeah.
and put my heart into it.
All right. So it's going to be a +6.
Hell yeah.
16.
Jesus. Okay. So what does this look like when you go all
My
anglerfish?
hand shines, and the fry people, I guess, are just immobilized looking at it, how pretty it is. I am irresistible.
I can't look away. It's so pretty.
Okay, while they are distracted, could you uh, take the people away from here?
So now you can roll your sleigh, and
Woo!
you will also have a +6.
Oh, okay. Um, can I use? Can I add tags?
If you want. I don't think you need them.
I would love to. I want to annihilate this. This is gonna be great.
Okay.
I'd love to add the big bear because I'm literally swinging a giant bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, um, I'd like to use triple X or sorry, double XL bear bash because I'm bashing people with a big bear.
This is perfectly on theme, not how I was expecting these tags to be used, and I love it. I am
Yeah.
here for it.
Okay. I'd like to also, if you'll let me, use Mr. Fix It because I'm trying to fix the situation.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So roll +9. The minimum
and
you'll get is an 11.
and
Oh dear God.
I'd like to use my power tag compassionate because I want these people to not turn into fries.
Okay.
Yes!
So the lowest you can get is a 12. I'm not gonna it, but
I
if
want to
you're
roll.
Roll
I
it
going,
want to roll.
anyway.
I
Roll
want to
it
see what he
anyway.
does.
Because what if you get a 12 on the die?
I didn't. I got an 8 on the die, so that's an 18.
that's a
No,
20.
20. Wait,
20! Dumb.
Nice. So you just go whipping this bear around like a hurricane, and you are just sending fry people flying, not very far, but they instantly drop their people and start turning back into regular people. And then you get to the fry Jew who just stops, sets down all the people, looks directly at you as you're doing this, teddy bear hurricane, and you get all of its eye stalks all at once, and it just goes down, transforming back into a regular person. You recognize this person though? It's one of your gym buddies.
Reginald! Like, how did not? I
Bro,
can't do that, man.
what
You
the hell
gotta.
happened?
You almost. Well, no, you threw me. You've been really working. Those lats look incredible, bro.
Thanks,
Um,
man. Been hitting them gains.
yeah, you got them gains, bro.
Oh
Yeah, you
yeah.
need to go home. Take a nap. You got a really sick workout in just now. Now you need to go rest and recover. So
Yeah,
go
it
home.
sounds like a plan, man. I need some post workout.
Yeah, make sure it's your post workout from home. Don't accept anything from strangers. Okay?
Okay. All
Even
right.
if you think you trust them, even if I tell you and I'm like, hey, I got this like cool pre workout, tell me no.
All right. All
Okay?
right.
This is
Yeah.
from my heart, bro. Okay?
All right,
I
man.
got you.
I got you. I got you.
I got you.
He does the Macho Man Randy Savage handshake.
Yeah!
Ooh yeah.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, great. You see, Reginald.
Get you later. And he just runs off. So now that these people are freed and scurrying to get out, you notice that a line is forming over at the King Burger.
A line of
People
clients?
or fry?
Yes,
People or both?
yes.
Okay.
So fries with people.
Fries with people, people with
Fries with the side of people.
Yes.
Ooh, extra people.
Extra people on the side. Okay. I think we should try to get in the back.
Yeah. Or the roof.
Or the roof.
I just feel
But
like that'd be like making an entrance. So
what do you suppose could be? What do you suppose the boss is doing to the people inside the fast food place?
I really don't know. I don't know. I don't really think we gotta hypothesize it. I think we should just go figure it out.
Yeah, I think it's just not good.
Yeah,
That's
people
what
turning
I'm.
into fries seem as
My buddy Reginald almost ate a person. He was fries. No, he's not. He's Reginald again, but yeah.
I would like to get a clue. Uh, I look at the building of the
Hmm.
restaurant with the powers of the Viper to see in infrared.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll for me.
I will use the tag change in perspective and attention to detail. 12.
Okay. As you're looking at this, you notice that the outside of the building is covered in these runes that look like the ones from the door.
Mhm.
There is this aura of cosmic energy that's coming out of it, as well as an aura of ignorance.
Does the infrared tell me anything about the people inside?
Um, Not for the people inside, but your infrared is picking up the other information I've given you.
Uh, do we really want to get back in to get at the back of the queue, or do we want to stop the queue? I think we should stop the queue.
I got my teddy bear right here.
I mean, we could probably just skip the queue.
Because we could also just tell them to go home and then not come back. You know? Because there's fries. Now I have my teddy bear. Sorry, my daughter's teddy bear. I think I'm actually going to sleep with this one tonight, but.
So, what do you want to do? What's the game plan here?
To get between the people and the door to prevent more people from getting in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your rickshaw buddy, by the way, comes back around, says, "Need a lift?"
Huh. How do you feel? Now, hear me out. You can say no. How do you feel about running fries over with your rickshaw?
I mean, I prefer to eat fries, but if I have to,
I mean, look over there, right there, that Kingsburger.
ooh, I love King Burger.
Yeah, but you see those fries out there?
Ooh,
Those are not human, and they want to steal all of our fries. So you're not gonna be able to eat fries anymore, guy. So why don't you and I get in your rickshaw and we just run them all over?
sounds like a plan.
You'll run them over. I'll make sure the people are standing up straight and not hurt.
Cool.
Nice.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll be right back. You two just staying back. I'll just. I got my trusty bear.
Oh my god. So you hop in the pedal cab and you guys are zooming off. What about Carol and Enkidu? Are you actually hanging back? Or are you heading towards King Burger?
Oh, heading towards King Burger, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Teddy. I don't listen to anyone. You think a
What?
man can tell me what to do?
The fuck? Carol doesn't listen to me.
That shouldn't come to you as a surprise, Teddy. When have I gave you anyways?
Screwdriver.
Yeah, we're not talking about the screwdriver anymore. What we're talking about is you said there were mustard runes again on the side of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, and infrared.
Oh, and
You
infrared.
Yeah, you're not able to see them,
Can't
but
see that.
Enkidu can.
Well, Keto, can you read me these runes? I know you can't, but like I wish you would.
Do you have pen and paper?
Uh, yes, definitely have pen and paper for whenever inspiration hits.
Okay, I draw the runes.
I would like to attempt to read the runes using my previous experience.
So with that, it's Flinui, Meglidnoff,
Oh, it's the chant.
Fraifu.
It's the
Yeah.
chant. Okay. Okay.
Bergerlier. It says Freithuli Bergerlier, Wanagla, and Flitagen.
Bet. It's I think it's some sort of enchantment. Get it? Enchantment. You like that one, Guido? Okay. Sorry, I'll leave those jokes for Teddy. So I feel like this is going to be important, and that we should. It's a tool that we're gonna need to use later.
It's a secret mouse tool for later.
Correct. Um, I don't want him coming for us. Uh, and then I know Teddy's going for the front. I want to go for the back. It's a. I've worked in fast food. There's a back door.
Mm.
There's an employee entrance. There's a dumpster we can hide behind.
What
I follow them.
You're following Carol? All right. So let's start with Teddy. Teddy, as soon as you and your pedicab guy start barreling through these fry guys, you notice that some of them look different. Instead of being the straight fries, there's a couple of curly fry kaijus, as well as a crinkle cut fry Jew that's standing there. And they're like just trying to move people inside.
Hmm.
And the curly fry Jew actually like turns to see you coming at them, picks up a hose and starts shooting it at you.
What's
And
in the hose?
um, while they're shooting it, the air starts to smell like Dr. Pepper.
I don't like Dr. Pepper. I'm a Diet Coke guy. Ew. I close my mouth, so that none of it gets in my mouth.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll for your pedicab here. just because I want to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So the pedicabber ends up like swinging, doing that slide stop again to try and
Yeah.
avoid it, and throws you off the pedicab.
Oh.
But like a boss, you just kind of walk it off, and he takes the full brunt of the soda to the face.
Okay. Too
He
much
goes-
sugar, man. So you gotta go with Diet Coke.
He's like kind of stuck there on the cab. He's like, "Go save him, bro!"
I'm like dragging the teddy bear behind me. It's picking up so much salt. I just am not caring.
So yeah, like you're just standing in front of this like 10-foot tall fry Jew with
Finally, taller than me.
and so while you're facing off, Enkidu and Carol, you get to the back door. You notice that there's some of the fry guys moving stuff in and out. One of them seems to be moving in like a box of onions. There's another one bringing in, or two of them that are carrying a smaller version of that giant pickle you saw earlier. And they're like just walking it into the building.
Where are they walking it from?
It's impossible. It's not really easy to tell. They just appear to be coming out of nowhere as they're rounding the corner.
Okay. I'd like to walk confidently in alongside these fry guys. I'll pick up like a bag of trash or a random like milk crate or something that might be back near the dumpster. So it looks like I'm carrying something productive into the store. Definitely not just trash. Yeah.
All right.
My name's Carol. Welcome to King Burger. How can I help you today?
Um,
This.
you see the fry guys are just kind of shoving people into a portal, and you see the manager's office. There's somebody in there reading from a book. Well, the guys that you followed in are setting up all these ingredients that they picked up and brought in, almost like a weapons rack.
Oh, sweet.
We should talk to the manager.
I don't know if the manager's necessarily going to want to talk to us. That's a Karen's job, not a Carol's job. But yeah, we can sure try.
Oh no.
How difficult is the path between us and the office of the manager?
It's only maybe 10 feet. She hasn't noticed you yet as she's reading from this book. And you can see that her eyes are kind of glowing.
Okay. So here's my idea. You know that piece of paper that you wrote your ruins on for me to read? We take that piece of paper and we just swap it out for the book and then we run.
Swap it?
Yeah, it's like a magic show.
Do you know how to do magic tricks?
I know how to do everything, obviously. That's what they teach you at the Fitzgerald School of the Arts.
Mm,
I was hoping you had something, Mr. Animal Guy. Otherwise, we're taking a wire rack out of the fryers over there, and we're gonna.
what would be so bad about simply talking?
I said go for it. I just don't think she's gonna respond. So.
Is the guy like absorbed in the book, like magically obsessed with the book, or
She's reading it like very, very focused on it.
okay, I go to the manager. Do you want to come?
No, I am not. If we're talking, I'm going to start sub-assembling, requiring a makeshift guitar.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do. Well, Aikido.
Don't you have a magical guitar?
I didn't know how it works, so I was going to make a makeshift one and hope the powers of the rainbow turned it into my real one.
Oh, yeah, you can just summon it using your rainbow abilities.
Well, okay.
But we'll get back to that here in a moment. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more dealing with the manager and fighting fry Jews. Welcome back, everyone. Oh, are we back?
We're
Oh,
back.
no.
Yes,
Okay,
we
cool.
did it.
We did it. We did it. Yay. So, welcome back, everybody. We're going to jump right back into the action here as Teddy is facing off with a couple of Fraiju, and Carol and Enkidu are going to go have a conversation with the manager. Let's start with Teddy. So your curly Fraiju is aiming the hose right at you with a big old blast of Dr. Pepper in your face. What are you going to
Yeah.
do?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. And then I'd like to use my teddy bear to kind of hit the legs and knock him prone
Okay.
so that I
Slay.
can get a hold of the Dr. Pepper hose.
All right.
Sweet. Um, I'd like to use the power tags. I'd like to use the power tags XXL Bear Bash because I'm using the big bear. My power tag the big bear because I'm using the big bear. Um, and then I'd like to use the Guardian tag.
Okay.
Great. Let's slay. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm using two different tag combos, do those stack or no?
So the tag combos that are on your sheet are just
Yeah.
suggestions.
Oh, okay. Cute. Sweet. Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna keep mine.
Okay.
Roll +3. Well, that's a 9.
All right. Let's see here. So with a 9, let's see. Believe this works the same way. Yeah, you get to choose two, or sorry, you get to choose one off the slay list, so you can be killing it. Uh, in a fight or an argument, they cannot counterattack. More power, which is +1 to your attack. More coverage, which affects a small group. You can take something from them. You can keep their focus on you, or you can make a comeback.
I'm muted. I would I would like to take something from them and take the Dr. Pepper hose.
All right. So
Yeah.
you'll gain a story tag of Dr. Pepper Hose. And you'll
Should
also
I
get,
have added a 7-foot bear to my story notes?
you know what? I'll allow it. So you can bump that up to a 10.
Ooh,
You get
okay.
to choose two.
Nice. Okay. Um list what else I'm able to do again?
You're killing it, which means they can't counterattack. You
Mhm.
can get more power, which increases the status by 1. You can get more coverage, which affects a small group. You've already taken something from them, so you can't do that again. You can keep their focus on you, or you can make a comeback, which gives a negative status of 1, or reduce a negative status by 1.
I'd like to make a comeback and take away my bruise status.
Okay. Uh, Not really the choice I thought you were going to do, but how many power did you have
What do you mean?
when you rolled? How
Oh,
many
I rolled a 6, like combined I rolled a 6 and then I added a +3. Well, and then
plus
a
three?
+4 because of
So,
my bear.
so you're dealing a tier 4 status. What do you want to call this?
um fuck, I can't. Um bare hands. Spelled
Okay.
B
BEAR. Yeah.
A hands.
Okay. So you not only take this thing from them, from the curly friju, you also take two of its fry arms with it, and now you have the right to bear arms. Rawr.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the because you didn't take because you didn't protect yourself, the fry arms let go of the hose and start slapping you. So
Oh,
you'll be taking a tier 2 fry slapped.
fry slapped. All right.
But now you have a hose that dispenses fresh Dr. Pepper that's
Yeah.
attached to a tanker, by the way.
Yeah. Is it? Am I still going?
I'm gonna move scenes real quick, and
All
then
right.
I'll come
Sweet.
back to you. So with Carolyn and Kidu, you go into the manager's office. You see this woman holding the book, reading it. Her eyes are glowing, staring at the pages. And what do you do?
Hello.
She looks up and her eyes stop glowing. She closes the book and sets it down, and you can see the book says Necronom Nom Nomicon. Can I help you?
It's not cool to turn people into food, you know.
Why should I care? They're just consumers.
Uh, I'm sure people can be more than that. Uh, do you see yourself as just a consumer?
And I'm just an employee. They don't pay me enough to care.
I would say you're caring too much about this company.
It's the only way I can pay my bills. You know how long I've worked? How many people I've had screaming in my face about the french fries are cold, the burger is soggy, managers not giving two flaccid fucks about anything we have to say.
Aren't you the manager?
Now I am.
What happened to the previous manager?
I tossed him in the hole.
And
Which is
what's in the hole?
Yeah. And like as you point to it, you see them throw in another person.
What's in the hole?
A place that everyone will go to soon enough. As soon as Yigmak arrives.
yeah, Yigmac. That was the cheeseburger face wearing a very less impressive suit compared to mine.
I just need to work harder. If I work harder, it'll all be okay, won't it?
If you work harder, then are you getting paid more for working harder? Because if you're not, then why are you doing it? Because you said you hated this job, and now it seems like you're putting in a lot of work for this job.
It's the only thing I can do to make sure I make my ends meet. And by
And
bringing Yigmak here, I'll rise up the corporate ladder. I'll make the money that I so righteously deserve.
what corporate ladder?
McThulu's, of course.
See,
Okay,
I don't
but
think that's corporate. I think that's like culprit.
the thing about ladders is they go in both directions. There must surely be someone below you who is hoping to do to you what you did to the previous manager.
Well, just like me, I hope they can try and keep up. Until then, Everyone beneath me is just a stepping stone.
Okay. I have had enough of this. Uh, I want to look at that book. I want to take a look at that book.
Do you reach out for it?
Yes.
She pulls it back, like almost instinctively. You're not getting your hands on this book.
I channel the powers of the religious mantis to snatch that book.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna have you. Let's see here. I'm gonna have you slay for this.
Okay, let's see if the prayer mantis can help me with this. I would use... Could I use scratch and slash?
Okay.
And maybe beastly movement?
All right.
That's a 7.
All right. 7. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So you try and grab it, and immediately your hands slide out from around it as you realize the book is now greasy. Uh, just going over her character stats, she has an ability called Fast Food Fighter, which once per scene, Elizabeth can inflict greasy as an intrusion, so that bumps your 7 down to a 6.
So what happens to me?
Nothing. Your hands are greasy, so you have greasy 1, which makes grabbing onto things a little difficult.
Carol, a little help?
Yeah, well, I told you this first off. I told you that this wasn't going to work. Secondly, what? There's multiple ways that we can clearly do this, Elizabeth. We can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. And it sounds like you've already done things the hard way, so maybe we should try the easy way for once.
You know what?
Just woman to woman, you know?
If you really want to talk this out, why don't you take it up with my boss?
I mean, I didn't really want to be like a Karen about it type deal. That's why I was saying like woman to woman. I don't really do bosses.
You watch as she just like stands up from the desk, waves
Cool.
her hand over the book,
Uh-huh.
and snaps
Can
her
I
fingers.
snatch?
I mean, yeah, you can snatch the book. It's still greasy,
Okay.
but she snaps her fingers as you're reaching for the book, and all 3 of you now appear to be in some cosmic boardroom. You see that her
Right.
outfit is kind of changed. Uh, she looks like she's got this star-shaped glass over her face with like the headphone on. And there's like almost like this floating small stream of ketchup and mustard going around her, like she's the avatar of condiments. And so, she's standing in front of this long table the floor looks like stone. You hear water rushing around. And at the other end, there are these three figures sitting there um, with Teddy being the closest to them since Teddy was outside. And she turns to them and says, "We have some complaints. Should I take care of this for you, boss, or do you want to deal with it yourself?" And one of the guys stands up, says, "No, you got this." She says, "Welcome to the complaints department." And she's going to try and cast something, but then I just realized she doesn't have the book. You do.
I do. Yes, this is my book now.
You little. You know what? No. I'm going to be professional about this.
Yeah, you can call names later in bed.
Give me that book.
No.
Very well. And she starts chanting in that ancient language. And the floor seems to vibrate a little bit.
I want to try chanting whatever it is she's saying, but like pig Latin version of it. Like either in honestly slightly hoping some magic happens with the scrambling of it all, but be really just throwing her off, going for that speech jammy effect, like ha
Oh
ha
my
ha.
god.
Well, like yep.
Oh no. Okay. So
Bad
I'm gonna have
gestures.
you I'm gonna have you I'm gonna have you talk it out on this one.
Okay, talk it out. Um, I'm going to. Here comes all my arguments ready. Here we go. We're gonna call this classically trained.
Okay.
Uh, then the super amplify voice and sound. Um, hitting it with a music is math because I'm
Yeah.
having to calculate and figure out rhythm beat, trying to throw off speech patterns.
Oh god.
Uh,
Yeah.
and then
As
I just making the GM say, "Oh God," makes me feel like that's too creative for labels.
yeah, no, I love that. Love it. I'm here for it.
Um, and then my last argument I'm going to come back to is queer as punk because I was flirting in this process.
Okay.
Where?
I felt it.
I
I
felt
felt it.
there was very slight undertones. We were trying to
Um
keep it PG.
yeah. So
Ish.
as somebody who played music for a number of years, the music as math hits me deep in my soul. I hate music theory with a passion, but it is key.
I loved music theory. Okay, so I argued for 5 points, right?
Hmm.
So that brings me to a 15.
Nice. So she's doing the enchantment, and you're countering with this pig Latin version of it, and she keeps stumbling over the words, and eventually she gets super frustrated, and that frustration then turns to sobbing, and she's like, "I can't do anything right. I just wanted a better life. I didn't want to be stuck at a dead end 9 to 5. I can't let you take this from me.
Or, hear me out. We get you some hobbies, girl.
I don't need hobbies.
No,
I need to
it
pay my.
definitely sounds. Yeah, yeah. You can pay your bills, you can work, but you need something to take out all this energy and stress you have about the capitalism and put it somewhere else. So, like music or art or like, girl, go for a run. You need a running buddy? Like,
I mean, I do like to paint.
boom, painting is great. We love painting. I'm sure I know a guy or gal or person of some sort who could use some painting buddies. Art scene.
She thinks on this for a moment and just kind of looks down at her outfit. It's now stained with the ketchup and mustard that was floating around her. She goes, "Are you sure? Are you sure that this is good? Like, I feel like I've been struggling for so fucking long. I don't know anything else."
I mean, it's gonna be a struggle. Life's gonna throw you some curveballs. It's gonna give you some loop de loops. You know, sometimes you're gonna sit on that fermata a lot longer than you wanna. But you'll get there. You know. And that's truly what matters is that you're gonna get some hobbies, you're gonna meet some people, you're gonna have a great time, and you're gonna get through it, kid. You don't need
She
a Big Mac burger.
she reaches out to you from the floor.
From the floor.
Yeah, because she's basically collapsed on the ground, just sobbing. And she takes your hand, and as you help her up, she takes the star shaped glasses off and casts it aside, and she says, "Fuck it, I quit."
Yes, ma'am.
And she turns to the three guys at the other end of the table. She says, "You hear me? I fucking quit." And go ahead. Oh, okay. One of them stands up, looks directly at her, looks at Teddy because Teddy's closest, says, "If that's what you want," waves a hand, and the Necronomicon flies back into his hand.
I want to snatch the book with the tongue of a frog.
Okay.
What would I roll?
This would be. Let's see here. This would be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I can't think of any tag that would be relevant to this. Maybe attention to detail, because I'm trying to throw my tongue at a book.
Beastly movement as well.
Okay. And I got a 6.
Oof. Okay. So with a be vulnerable, you're taking a risk.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for you, you didn't hit that threshold for 7 to 9. So you'll be taking salted 2. Because aside from being greasy, that grease has been in, that grease is fry oil, and of course it gets salted occasionally by accident. And you start hearing the voice in the back of your head saying, I'm almost here.
Does the salt do anything else?
Uh, Not yet, because you're not at salted 5 yet. So gain more salt and you'll find out. um, but yeah, as your tongue tries to wrap around it, it's still too greasy to grab, and it just slides out, and the guy holds on to it, and he begins his chant.
Ugh.
Um, as soon as he starts chanting, that boardroom disappears, and you're now back inside of that King Burgers. Except
Uh,
all the fry guys seem to have stopped. They're all looking at the sign that's in downtown.
did you learn any magic that we could use?
No, no, I did not.
Carol, did you learn any magic from that book when you were reading it?
I would like to recite the chant that I have learned 5 different times that I myself do not remember.
Okay.
Fringer flingin' fried flabberjack.
So you do it as well as you can, almost Army of Darkness style. Uh, and if you look at the window, you see that the sign went from escrow to coming soon.
Maybe stop chanting.
Is it me or is it him though? Because he was chanting before we left.
It's him.
I was just demonstrating the magic I knew, like you asked.
What do we do?
We chant backwards.
I don't I don't know if that'll work. I don't think that'll work.
Okay, well, that's what I got for you.
And he or sorry, she looks at you guys and goes, "Oh my god, I can't believe I just quit. What am I going to do?"
You're going to be surrounded by people who care about you instead of people who want to take advantage of you.
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, you're gonna help us save the world right now, right?
And she picks up a spatula and goes, "Let's kick some fry ass."
Good.
Good.
But remember, those fries used to be people, so don't be too hard on them.
Okay.
What do we do? Do we want to investigate the hole where they are throwing people? What do you know about that hole?
It's something to do with Frylethotap.
With what?
What?
Frylethotap. It was like a hole going somewhere called Frylethotap or somebody.
Frylethotap.
Yeah.
Go on.
We were just told to push people in there so that we can have more workers.
I'm
Maybe we
I'm
don't
in
need
this
it.
scene, correct?
Yes.
Did you throw Timmy in there?
At one point.
Okay. Did you throw big burly guy? Super
Reggie.
nice lats. Call him Reginald.
No, I did not. That must have been the salt.
Okay. But you did throw in Timmy,
Yeah.
and we
What
met
about
Timmy
Jason?
outside.
Yeah, I threw him in there too.
So the whole makes fries.
Whole
Yes.
makes fries.
Whole makes fries.
But
Fry
the
hole.
salt makes fries.
And salt makes fries. But yeah, salt does make fries because you need to have salted fries. But that's
Mhm.
not the conversation we're having right now.
No, I think it is the conversation we're having right now.
Is it? I mean, I just love salted fries. I don't
do
like
too,
having.
but I know Elizabeth
salted
was
fries.
complaining earlier about people complaining about cold fries, and that's one way to fix it is asking for them to be unsalted. It's super obnoxious, but
Yeah.
so don't do it. But there's your
Yeah.
solution, Elizabeth. Anyways,
Wait.
backtracking.
I have an idea.
Does it have to do with this Dr. Pepper hose? And it's like actively like spurting out Dr. Pepper as I hold it up.
Yes, actually. You ever seen those videos where people throw ice into the deep fryers?
Yes.
No.
Combination of ice and
It's not on my FYP.
Okay, so you take the Dr. Pepper hose, we throw in about a bunch of ice into the hole, and we make it overflow, cause a big mess, they can't use it.
Huh.
I like making a mess. I'm down for making a mess. Y'all want
What's
to
going
make a
to
mess?
happen? What's going to happen to the people that are in the hole?
Anybody who's been in the hole's already been out of the hole.
Okay.
Ah,
It's like a transport. It goes in one end and comes out the other. So they're already back out here, probably as fries.
So it's like the anus of fries.
The fryness.
Thinking aloud.
okay, let's give that portal an enema.
Oh my god.
I take the Dr. Pepper hose. And I take the end that I'm holding and I throw it in the hole.
The Dr.
And I
Pepper enema.
I hold the hose so that it doesn't totally disappear, but I kind of can still feel it
Nice.
gushing Dr. Pepper into this fry anus.
Oh my god. So as you're doing that, right? You see Elizabeth run into the freezers and just grab as like a big cart with her, and like a couple moments later she comes out with a big ass stack of ice. She goes, start chucking them in.
Yeah, I start hugging.
Yeah.
Me too.
So you're filling this fryness up with Dr. Pepper and ice, and you can actually see that the people that were thrown in earlier are now coming out sticky, and there's like one person stuck like Han Solo and carbonite, but it's not carbonite, it's carbonated night.
Oh.
And she's like really happy. She's like, "Oh my god, it's working. Where the hell have you people been?"
And I just hold up my 7-foot teddy bear. I'm like, I got a kid. I sling it around my back. Tie it in the front.
Oh my god. So like people are starting to come out, covered in sticky soda in all manner of poses, and there's like one guy who's going, "I'm grateful to not be a fry, but this sucks." And all of a sudden you hear a booming voice coming from the top of the sign, and the chanting continues.
Does the sound emerge like supernaturally from the screen, or
Yes.
is it a
It,
loudspeaker?
no, it's a solid booming voice, one that's as loud or if not louder than Carol's when Carol decides to project.
Mm, what do we do? Uh,
I think we need to get to the sign.
uh-huh. And smash it.
Smash it or get inside and stop it. There was a door and it said something about needing that book, but we don't have the book. But maybe the book's already inside so we can get in.
Hold on, I got you. And she pulls out a key card.
Oh, perfect.
And
Okay,
so
so
she hands over the key card. She stops you, Carol, and goes, "I'm sorry."
This is saving the world. Let's go!
I'll stay here unless you need me with you over there, but I'm gonna keep trying to flood people out.
I think that's a great job.
Yeah.
All right.
Get as many people out and covered in Dr. Pepper. Just make sure there's not a lot of the carbonadonite happening, you know?
Yeah, I'll do what I
Need a break.
can. And you see the floor start to kind of bubble up. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, okay, get out, go, go, go. I got this.
Go, go, go. Go, 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 go.
So you leave the King Burgers, and atop the sign, you see one of the men from that boardroom standing there with the Necronomicon reading from it.
reading from it.
Yeah, he's reading from the book.
How far is that guy from us?
He's at the top of this 1,500-foot tall uh, sign ship.
Okay, I want to fly up to the guy.
Okay.
Uh, what do you think? Would it be accurate to guess that the book may be alive?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to channel the powers of the cobra and spit venom at the book.
All right.
I thought you
Uh,
were going to turn into the book.
all right. Before I have you roll for that, Carol and Teddy, how are you getting there?
Well, I was given a key card, you see. So I was gonna just run to the door and then use the key card to open the door. And then proceed to run up what I'm assuming is going to be a ridiculous number of flight of stairs.
There is actually a freight elevator once you get there.
Oh, even better. Yay!
I was
Then, yeah.
hoping. So you said that my rickshaw guy is the one in Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
So
Hold
can I
on.
take the rickshaw
Yeah, actually, you can.
and both Carol and I'm like, I know it's not as fast as you, okay? But let me just get this and you sit in the back and we'll go. Or are we racing?
I'll hop in the back. It sound we'll take a little
There
break
is
off
such
the
thing.
feet.
There's such thing as too much cardio,
Yeah.
and I just pedal.
This must be the first time you've done it in what, a decade?
You know what? I did. I walk with my kid every day, and that's cardio.
What, to the mailbox?
That is irrelevant how far I walk with my kid. It's not. It's to get the mail at the front door.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
fancy.
Fancy.
So while you're hauling ass down the street to get to the freight elevator. You said you were flying up there and then spitting cobra venom
At the book.
at the book. I'm gonna have you slay.
Because I'm shooting, I'm going to use attention to detail,
Mhm.
and I'm also going to use that'll leave a sting. I got a 7.
Okay, so you get to choose one from the slay list. And that'll be, of course, I accidentally just closed my file. Because why not?
What page number?
That would be page 34. So that's going to be killing it. They cannot counterattack. More power, which increases the tier. More coverage affects a small group. You take something from them. You keep their focus on you, or you make a comeback by reducing a negative status by 1.
Killing it.
Okay. So as you spit this venom on them, it splashes off the cover of the book, and the book kind of like gurgles a little bit and starts to like flap open and close, and proceeds to start eating the man's face.
I didn't want that. Well, at least he's not doing his incantation anymore.
So yeah, he's screaming in pain. The book is just chomping away at him, and after a moment, the screaming and chomping stops. You see this bubbling mass start to form, and then the guy's head turns into this massive cheeseburger with tendrils
Ah.
and says, "Your world is mine. Do you think you can stop me?"
We have a little thing here that you may not have heard of on your planet, but we have a little thing here that we call the consent of the governed. Uh, mm, what do I do? Mm, have you considered less violent ways of getting whatever it is that you want?
We are McThulu. We own this galaxy. There are very, very hungry entities across the universe. They must be fed. You will feed them.
We don't taste that good, really. Mm, mm, gosh, I'm terrible at dialogue scenes.
He just kind of steps up to his full height, towering over you at like 9 feet.
Okay.
It says, "I'm sure with enough seasoning, everyone tastes good. I'm pretty sure you'll make a nice chicken wing."
Disguising the flavor in seasoning is like the most basic way of culinary. You should be ashamed. That is not how you do a dish. That is not how you do a decent dish.
All dishes should be flavorful. And it's about this point that Carol and Teddy are now at the top of this freight elevator. all the way at the top of the building or the structure. I mean, and you two see Yigmac towering over Enkidu.
The first thing I say as I step out of the freight elevator is, I've seen fries bigger than you.
But not nearly as delicious.
I'm a vegetarian.
And I ain't fucking scared of him.
We have a vegan menu. You'll be added nicely to it.
No.
Go
We,
ahead.
we are made of meat. How is that a vegan menu? You're defrauding your customers.
Our customers don't care. And he like whips his fry arms out and starts swinging at all three of you. I'm gonna need you all to let's see here. Gonna need you all to resist.
Hmm. I'm going to use the tag Adapt to Survive.
Okay.
I'm going to channel the powers of the armadillo to harden my skin.
All right.
And I got a 13.
Damn. All right.
I'd like to use the power tags Super Strong and Rainbow Shield.
All right.
For 10.
Cool.
Okay. I'd like to use the tags. Buck the system. I'd like to summon my cool ass guitar if I hadn't done that earlier for my flying guitar power.
Okay.
Add some cardio onto that. And then maybe a nice little rainbow blast as like the jet engine portion to help
I love it.
momentum out of the way here. To which I'd like to add, this is a pretty epic guitar riff if we're rainbow blasting out of the way here.
Okay.
That brings me to an 8.
All right.
Okay.
So you, as you're trying to avoid these fry tentacles, one grabs the neck on your guitar and slams you into the ground.
Rude.
And so you'll be taking hurt 2. But the rest of you end up, blocking his attempts and like, just standing there like bamfs. He says, "This world can be a part of something greater. Why not be a part of that?"
We are already part of something greater. It is multicolored and pretty and sparkly. Much nicer than what you're offering.
I want you to roll me a talk it out.
Okay. I will use the tags Change in Perspective,
Okay.
Wield the Truth.
Nice.
Most people do care.
Yep.
Put my heart into it.
Okay.
And Build Bridges.
All right.
13.
Damn. Yigmak stops and says, "Really? Show me this beauty, and I might consider leaving."
I strike a pose with the powers of the peacock.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for it because your talk it out was so high. He just stands there looking awestruck and says, "McThulu's has strove to be a very multifaceted company. We seek to have so many as part of our collective. I'm so tired of this 80s fast food aesthetic, and I want to do something beautiful. And I believe you may have shown me that."
In my experience, everyone is already pretty much multifaceted.
Not all civilizations, but definitely yours.
Mm, how about I introduce you to quinoa?
What is this quinoa you speak of?
Something you won't find in a hamburger.
Take me to this quinoa.
Take me to your quinoa.
What is what is the nearest vegan place?
So the place that you guys were originally going to go get brunch at does serve quinoa bowls.
We'll take McThulu for brunch. I'll call
We're all going to
Aya.
brunch.
I'll call Aya. She can bring Marie.
It's gonna be great. I take out little shooters from my fanny pack and give everybody a shooter of tequila.
Except for Marie when she joins us, because
No,
she's
just the four of us.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Just the four of us.
What about Elizabeth?
Elizabeth's still at King
Yeah,
Burger.
but are we not gonna bring her to brunch?
I have another one in
Okay,
here.
okay.
The summoner you're speaking of, Elizabeth. Would you like her to join?
For
The more the
brunch?
merrier.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can
Yeah.
make it 8. Yeah, I love even
table
numbers.
for 8.
Okay. And he just like raises a fry. There's this little glowing portal, and everybody is transported to the front of this brunch place, including Elizabeth, who's really confused. She's like, there was a lot of fry foam and Dr. Pepper, and all of a sudden I'm in front of a restaurant. What's going on? Oh my God, is that Yigmak?
It's been enough soda for a day. Let's have some lemonade for a change.
I would like bottomless mimosas, please.
So you guys get in there. The food starts coming out after you've placed your orders. Yigmak is very clearly not comfortable in this chair that he's sitting in because he's never had to sit.
I would like to be sitting next to Yigmak for this meal, and then Maria on my other side, so I can keep an eye on her and her alcohol intake. And then I lean over and I whisper into Yigmak's ear. I've been eyeing up your fry arms for a little bit. Can I take a bite?
He look like his eyes look questioningly around and goes, "You may proceed."
Yes. And then I take it. I just bite into it at the table. And then I'm like, it's cool, guys. It's cool.
And he's not carrying, but he's finally got the quinoa bowl, and he doesn't even bother with the fork, just takes the whole bowl. You see the bun open up, and he just tosses it back. Goes, "By the gods, quinoa is delicious." I shall
Wait
save
till you
your
meet.
world.
Wait till you meet Tofu.
I shall call off my attack. This world shall be spared. And that's going to be the end of the game, everybody.
Yay! The power of vegan
Yay!
food wins again.
The power of food and love. I will say though, like before everything ends, Elizabeth writes down her number and like passes it off to Carol. She goes, you know, if you want to go running or something.
I pass it off to my girlfriend, so my girlfriend's included in the situation happening right here because we're all gonna go running.
We're all gonna go running. And Carol, that means you can't go ahead. You have to keep pace.
I just laugh them. It's fine.
Nice.
Left. Left.
Up,
So,
up.
so let's go ahead and do some outros, starting in reverse with Arturo.
Is my client in the restaurant?
Yes.
Okay. I hope this has taken us less than an hour.
It has.
Excellent. I I accompany him to finish lunch, and we go back to work. Goodbye, everyone. Have fun. I say to the hamburger guy, uh, in this place, I recommend the rice noodles.
Nice. So we're going to do some outros here because we're running out of time. So let's throw out some outros, starting with you, Artem.
Who did we call on?
Arturo.
Okay. For outros.
Yeah.
Saying bye.
That's like, are you going to be in anything coming up soon?
Dinner.
Oh, I thought outro was like a closing scene.
No, sorry.
No, this is the only game I'm in this year. But it has really been worth it.
Nice. Then going over to Irby.
Awesome. Hi, hey, I'm Irby. I've been Carol Butch for you tonight. You can find me across the internet as Caesar Slod, or much easier to type in Irby Fits. I am the only one out there. If you've enjoyed some of the shenanigans tonight and like to play more shenanigans, you can hire me. I'm a GM. I do that. Otherwise, you again across the internet, you can find me doing things. You can also find me here on Twitch. I am doing stuff with Pantsless Tables every other Tuesday. You can find me on Shattered Tabletop Gamings on third Thursdays, doing cute little bumblebee things. And then also over at the Rollers Joint, we've got some fun shenanigans going down. Catch us next Friday as we eat the Reich.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Yep.
Nice. Next up is Merm.
Hi, everybody. My name is Verm. I use she, they pronouns, and tonight I've been playing Teddy Wolf. Wow. I'm so fried. I am in a game tomorrow, actually. I'm in the last game of this 48-hour stream. I will be playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians with an all ace cast to kind of round out our incredible fundraiser this year. So you can catch me then. I am starting a Power Rangers campaign. Details to be released soon, but that should be starting next week, Sunday, which I'm really excited about. I am starting a charity fundraiser or charity stream for Star Wars Starfinder 2E on Wednesday on Dax's channel. I don't know the exact Twitch channel, but I'm putting everything on my Blue Sky, which you can find at mermtrain.bsky.social. And I'm doing a bunch of other stuff that's like behind the scenes is going to be coming out real soon, and I'm really excited about it. But yeah, come find. Oh, and then on Mondays, I'm in a campaign on Sword and Key where I'm playing a buff nerd. So that's fun. I love that. Um, yeah. So you can catch me in a bunch of different places. Just follow me on Blue Sky for all of the details about that. So that's me. Thanks.
Nice. So I guess that leaves me. My name's Alan. The All Seeing Eye. I am a professional game master, just like Irby. I am also an amateur game writer for City of Mist. You can find all of my stuff in Drive Through RPG in the City of Mist garage. We just finished. Breaking Neon, which is the game I was writing back in January, and at some point here, I'm going to be bringing it back. But for things coming up, you'll find me on Singularity Roleplay, where I mainly do my games. Second Sunday of the month, we have Fragments of Tomorrow's Apocalypse, which is a Knights of Pain Town game for City of Mist. Then the third Saturday, I am doing Country of Mist with our GM Synthetic 20, who is amazing. And then that same Sunday, no, it's the one after, I have Who Killed Roger Rabbit, which is a cartoonishly noir whodunit in which we find out who killed Roger Rabbit based on the book. And that's it for us here. We're going to go ahead and clear the way for our next table coming up. Thank you for being able to support us.
And don't forget to donate. There's a link in the chat.
Thank you.